Hello, third grade. Welcome to back to school night. This is pre-recorded. If you already joined us live, this is the same presentation. If you did not join us live, hey, or me live, I should say, welcome. All right, so we're back in school. I know it feels very different, but here we are, right? And I just want to thank you all so far. You've all been awesome. Really, I appreciate it. You've been flexible, you've been patient, you've been kind, you've gotten your child on. Really, I can't do this without you. Thank you so much. All right. So, really quick, our goals for this year: every child feels safe, happy, seen, and loved. To provide strategies for each child to be proactive and advocate for themselves to make sure they get what they need. This is always important, but now more than ever. This is a difficult time for all of us. And I know it might be hard for kids to really identify that and how that's affecting them. So I'm working on them in doing so. And I'm also learning with them. And also for each child to learn and to make a year's growth or more in our time together, right? Whether we're in person or not, that's my goal. I want each child to grow to their fullest potential. And so here's how I'll do so. You can read these on your own. I'm not going to read them all out loud. But I do have this here: develop a flexible routine and schedule. And I know that sounds strange because when I think of a routine or schedule, I think of something that's set in stone and this is the way it is. But just given the situation and the fluidity of everything, and how, look, sometimes technology is great until it isn't, right? We've found that out a few times already. So I just want you to know that when there are changes to the schedule, when I do make changes, whether it's the day before, week before, anything like that, I do not take that lightly. I will only do things if I feel like change things if I feel like that's absolutely necessary. Okay? So I just want to assure you of that. Here's our schedule for Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. It's meant so that it reflects the schedule that your child will follow once we're in person when we transition to hybrid learning. So, that being said, it's not mandatory to follow, but I do suggest that if you can get them in the routine of doing it, that you do, because it'll just make the transition all that much smoother. And really, something I want to highlight down here is this flex time. So, really, it just stands for being flexible because it can be what the teacher makes it to be. Right now, I know it's been some enrichment activities and different fun things and extra things, but a little bit down the line when we're hybrid, and if your child is home that day, that might be the time where they get to check in with their teacher and get live instruction and feedback. So that time is going to be really important. So I'm just trying to get the kids in the habit now of logging back in around that time. And Wednesdays are going to be special days because it might not have a traditional reading and writing lesson. Instead, it's going to be all based on what skills our students and each individual student as well need to work on to grow. That's the same for ELA and math. Then there's afternoon meeting, lunch, special area time, and that same flex time again. All right, so this is all about our literacy program. Again, I won't read everything step by step. I'll just talk about the structure of it. So basically, we have a mini lesson, there's time for independent practice. While kids are working independently, I'm conferencing, whether it's in writing about their writing or reading about their reading, and then they get to share their work. So when I do conference with them about reading, I also use this EARLA leveling system. So I level each child at the beginning of the year. That's happening right now. It takes a while, so if you haven't heard yet what your child's level is, that just means I have not gotten to them yet. You get a level, and then you get a power goal of what you need to work on so that you can continue to grow and make it to the next level. More information on that is coming. All right, this is our social studies program. Right now, we don't really have one set program. We're using a lot of different things, which can be challenging, but it's also good because it just keeps it interesting, right? And it's important too that what our kids are learning is reflective of, of just the age we're in right now, technology and different ways to collaborate. So we have these online news articles through Newsella, Brain Pop and Brain Pop Junior, right? We have traditional units like civics, government, human rights, geography, and world cultures, and economics, innovation, and technology. For science, we have four main units. Right now, we're in animals. Then we have plants, weather, and force. We use mystery science, which gives good explorations, as well as hands on experiments and activities. And you can access that from home by using this link. For math, we use Eureka as our primary program. That's where those blue workbooks came in. And if your child was in Woodbury last year, this is our second year, so they should be a little familiar with the routines. They'll also use iReady, which we're taking the diagnostic for, and that gives them lessons on their own individual level. So, something I just want to clarify is while we are in remote or hybrid learning, I will not be assigning any additional homework other than reading for 25 minutes at night. All right, so here's just a quick list. And it's not everything that we use necessarily, but the main things that I'm trying to use for us. So most of these apps, only a couple, are not on Google Classroom or Clever. So your child has to go to a separate website. But again, they've been security approved. I've used them in the past and they've had really good results. So, like I said before, my goal is to not overwhelm with changes and with throwing a lot of different things at the kids. If I do if I do introduce something new, it's because I truly think that it will help us. If you ever need help, I do have a bunch of tech tutorial videos. You can just click on what you need help with. Maybe your child's struggling with Clever, maybe iReady. Just click on it and it will take you to a video. Our district website has the most up-to-date information. The best ways to get in contact with me are right here. I would say email and Class Dojo right now are the best ways because I might not be in school depending on the day. All right, and I know we're not doing this live, but please know if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. This situation I know is very unique, but we're here for you. We're getting through it with you, okay? So, again, never hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions about this or anything else, let me know. And again, thank you for your support and just your understanding with all of this. I truly appreciate it. There's no way I could do any of this without it.